programming using web design, build dynamic websites and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Taraba Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464 or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Taraba Business School, creating
Welcome to the broadcast of News Hour on Som TV, the pulse of the nation. You can follow us on Facebook at Som TV and on YouTube at Som TV Live. Now the major headlines. Federal government files criminal charges against Senator Akpoti Udongen over assassination allegations as court admits video evidence and NSAS report in Nnamdi Kanu trial. Reverend Dr. Williams Woshiwiri elected CAN chairman in Taraba State. Taraba State government partners with CWG PLC to digitize revenue collection system. I am Esther Oka Stephen. Now the news in full. The Nigerian federal government has filed criminal charges against Senator Natasha Akpoti Udongen over statements made on national television, alleging a plot to assassinate her. The charges filed on May 16, 2025 at the Federal Capital Territory High Court under suit CR 297/25 accuses her of making harmful imputations under Section 391 and 392 of the Penal Code. Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello are listed as witnesses. Akpoti Udongen, currently under a 6-month suspension from the Senate, previously accused Akpabio of sexual harassment and of threats against her life, claims she reiterates in an April 3rd interview and at a prayer rally in Kogi State. A federal high court in Abuja admitted video evidence presented by Nnamdi Kanu's defense team showing public figures including DSS Adeola Ajayi, Governor Hope Uzodinma, and retired Lieutenant General T.Y. Danjuma urging Nigerians to defend themselves amid insecurity. The clips were used to justify the formation of the Eastern Security Network (ESN), which lacks legal recognition, unlike the Southwest Ometekun. The court also accepted the Lagos NSAS penal report as evidence. The judge orders the prosecution to close its case within 6 days and adjourned further trial dates. Reverend Dr. Williams Awoshiri, a Catholic priest and scholar at Taraba State University, has emerged as the chairman of the Taraba State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN. Known for his work on African society, morality, and women's rights, Awashiri was elected during a delegate conference in Jalingo on May 22, 2025. In a bold step towards modernizing its economic infrastructure, the Taraba state government has entered into a landmark partnership with leading technology firm CWG PLC. The collaboration aims to revolutionize the state's revenue collection process through digital innovation, ultimately increasing internally generated revenue and enhancing fiscal transparency. Spearheaded by the Ministry of Digital Economy and Innovation, the initiative marked a major shift towards a technology-driven governance model designed to deliver long-term economic sustainability for the state. Some TV correspondent complete the report.
Has entered into a strategic partnership with leading technology firm CWG PLC in a bid to enhance the state's internally generated revenue through digital innovation. The collaboration, spearheaded by the Ministry of Digital Economic and Innovation, is set to transform the revenue collection process by leveraging cutting-edge technology. Brigadier General Joseph Aliyu Faransa, retired Executive Chairman of the Taraba State Internal Revenue Service, described the initiative as a significant milestone in the state journey toward fiscal transformation. He emphasized the importance of collective responsibilities and adherence to due process, assuring that the Revenue Service will provide all required documentation to ensure smooth implementation.
First of all, I want to thank the Honorable Commissioner for Digital Economy for being proactive and being a very honest, dedicated person, because it's not easy. We are used to illegal things in Taraba State, which has turned to legal because of continuous using of that idea. The only ministries based on the law, the gazette of this agency, the only agency that is saddled with the responsibility of collecting revenue in Taraba State is Taraba Internal Revenue Service. And from what the Honorable Commissioner has done, he has shown that he is a very transparent, accountable person that does things with integrity. And it shows also he's a man of due process. Because just like other ministries, he might have wired this agreement to his own ministry, maybe open his own account and start collecting revenue, which is wrong. But that's why if you listen to my speech, I say he is just like an ambassador of Taraba Internal Revenue Service because of his way of doing things, where he followed due process. So in terms of revenue generation, with what he has done, we are going to see an increase in the IGR of Taraba State, which will help His Excellency achieve his five-finger mantra policy, which he put in place in Taraba, like free education, security, agriculture, health, and so many other things. That is going to go a long way in helping him.
In his remarks, the Commissioner for Digital Economic and Innovation, Honorable Nonso Gideon Simon, affirmed that the partnership is in line with the ministry core objective. He acknowledged the collaborative efforts of all involved, especially Brigadier General Faransa, for laying the groundwork for the project's success. He expressed confidence that the newly established legal framework will deliver tangible improvement in revenue generation.
Firstly, I would like to thank His Excellency Dr. Abukefas for giving us the platform. And you recall that some few days ago he signed into law the regulations that are guiding this MOU that we are signing today. And for us, as a ministry, one of our mandates is always to find innovative ways of improving government services, and in this case, even our IGR. And that is why we were able to partner with the CWG and, of course, the Taraba Internal Revenue Service, so as to see areas that we are supposed to be tapping and getting revenue that we've not been doing, to be able to close those gaps and able to improve on our IGR. I want to assure you that with this significant MOU signed today, I can boast and tell you categorically that in 1 year time, we are sure that we are going to be contributing, if not one of the highest, but close to the highest contributors to the state treasury. And we are sure of that because we've seen the numbers, we've seen the statistics. The company, we've known their record, their track record. They are not here on trial and error. They've done this in other places and they are only replicating it in Taraba State. So it's going to be a fantastic journey from now going forward.
On behalf of CWG PLC, Vice President Mr. Yusuf Eriti expressed enthusiasm about collaboration. He reaffirmed the company's commitment to working closely with the Taraba State government to unlock new digital avenues that will drive economic growth. With the agreement finalized, stakeholders are optimistic that this partnership will usher in a new era of digital and sustainable revenue management in Taraba State. Esther Okas TV, reporting for Sun TV.
In a compassionate demonstration of solidarity and commitment, the Non-Academic Staff Union NASU of Taraba State University, Jalingo, has disbursed 3.2 million naira to the families of 8 deceased members. The support provided under the NASU Welfare Scheme highlights the union's dedication to easing the burden on bereaved families while honoring the legacy and contribution of its late members. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
Of solidarity, the Non-Academic Staff Union NASU of Taraba State University Jalingo has disposed welfare package to the families of 8 deceased members. This support, amounting to 3.2 million naira, was made possible through the NASU Welfare Scheme at initiative designed to cushion the impact of loss on bereaved families. Comrade Musa N. Penyen, chairman of NASU TSU, noted that the disbursement goes beyond financial relief, serving as a reaffirmation of the union's commitment to honoring the distribution of its late members and supporting their families. Each family received 400,000 naira, made possible through collaboration between the union and university management.
Every one of us for this very important event of NASU Taraba State University branch, holding today, 22nd of the month of April 2025. May 2025. This event, and I believe most of us as a member of this great union, we've been planning for this, and by the special grace of God, today we will make a history in TSU. And first and foremost, I want to recognize the esteemed and the invited guests present, and there are still some on their way coming. We have our Niabo Registrar of the Taraba State University, Dr. Bibino, which I believe very soon he will join us. We also have the past leaders of our great union, the pioneer leaders of this great union, which I know many of them, like the Bagudu, Barrister Bagudu, Mr. Fwa, and the Comrade Solomon, Ishaya. All of them, they are very soon they will join us. And also we have, without saying, a representative from the physical planning, who is also in our midst, and very soon he will stand up. And I also want to invite the family of our gallant member who died in active service. Today we are honoring them because it is not our wish. Whatever God desired in our lives, sometimes we have to accept it in good faith, because we don't know the next action and the plan God has for us. So today we are here to honor them and to show our empathy with the family, which I believe it is what the logo of this union is preaching. An injury to one is an injury to all. Death is an inevitable event. It can come unannounced to anyone, to any family, anytime. You are all welcome. And let me draw.
Mr. Numte Thaddeus, spokesperson for the beneficiary families, expressed deep appreciation, stating, "We are truly grateful to NASU, not just for remembering us, but for standing by us when it matters most. This welfare package will go a long way in easing the burden during this period of economic hardship."
Gaskiya muna godiya da tallafin da nasu suka yi ma iyalin da suka yi rashi, kuma muna godiya, muna kuma roko ga Allah da ya taimaka ya daga ya kuma kiyaye mana duk wasu rayuwan da muke faruwa a ciki. Allah ya gafarta mana duk wasu zunubai mu a cikin wannan lamarin.
NASU reaffirmed that the initiative underscores its wavering dedication to the welfare of its members, both in life and after death. Lilian Yakubu, reporting for Some TV.
President Bola Tinubu was endorsed as the sole 2027 presidential candidate of the APC by the party's leadership. 22 governors and federal lawmakers during a summit in Abuja. The endorsement followed a positive mid-term review on his administration. Speakers praised Tinubu's achievements in economic reforms, infrastructure, healthcare, and security. Party leaders urged grassroots mobilization and unity to secure re-election, while Tinubu pledged continued progress and better days ahead. President Bola Tinubu has sent a 1.48 trillion naira 2025 budget proposal for Rivers State to the National Assembly, following a Supreme Court nullification of the state's earlier budget and the ongoing emergency rule. The proposal prioritized infrastructure, health, education, and agriculture, aiming to create 6,000 jobs. Tinubu urged swift approval, citing constitutional requirements under emergency governance. The Senate has referred the proposal to its ad hoc committee on Rivers State for review. In a related development, Senator Ali Ndume has called on FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to establish an IDP camp for beggars in Abuja, suggesting a welfare-based approach including food, shelter, and skills training. He also proposed increased police presence to improve security and criticized inadequate healthcare facilities in the capital. Wike acknowledged the proposals but cited limited resources and challenges with sustaining such initiatives. A surge in cult-related violence has caused panic in Yanagua, Bayelsa State, with several people killed and injured across communities like Fagbem, Ogu, and Swali. Residents and traders are living in fear, closing shops early and avoiding public spaces. The attack, which now targets both cult members and innocent civilians, are believed by some locals to be politically motivated. Police response has been limited as the spokesperson is currently unavailable. The Kano State Film and Video Censorship Board has revoked the licenses of 8 entertainment centers for violating cultural and moral standards. The centers were accused of hosting late-night events and showing inappropriate content. The board warned that any attempt to reopen under new names would lead to legal action. The crackdown aimed to uphold societal norms while supporting responsible creativity in the entertainment industry. The Ekiti state government has given the Kingsmakers of Okeako community in Ikole local government area a 21-day ultimatum to begin the selection of a new monarch, following a 25-year vacancy on the Owa of Okeako throne. This decision came after a meeting between the Deputy Governor, Mrs. Monisha De Afuye, and community stakeholders. Only 2 branches of the Afin ruling house, Oke Afin and Odo Afin, are eligible to present candidates, excluding the Afate branch, which had previously produced the last monarch. The government expressed concern that the leadership vacuum has hindered security and development in the area. The selection process, once initiated, must be transparent and supervised by local authorities and security forces. The Gombe State Police Command has arrested 25 suspects in connection with the attack on CSP Adamu Al-Aji Idi, the divisional police officer in Kwando. The officer was assaulted by suspected miscreant known as Kalare while performing his duty on 20th May, sustaining serious injuries. The police responded quickly to the attack, and a team from Operation Atare arrested the suspect in Kwando. They are currently under investigation and will face legal action upon completion of the inquiry. The Commissioner of Police, CP Bello Yaya, visited the area to assess the situation and reaffirmed the command's commitment to tackling criminality. The police have vowed to prosecute anyone found guilty of attacking law enforcement officers. The Osun State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has stated it will follow Governor Ademola Adeleke's direction regarding any potential support for President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid. This comes after 3 PDP senators from the state, Senator Kamaruddin Oyewumi, Senator Olubeyi Ajegunla, and Senator Francis Fadeshunsi, endorsed Tinubu for a second term, praising his governance, economic reforms, and infrastructure development. However, Osun PDP's Director of Media, Oladele Bamiji, emphasized that the party would defer to Adeleke, its leader, for any decision on potential support in 2027, and any official stance would be made in consultation with the party's stakeholders. Amdiya Sharif, a vocal critic of Sokoto State Governor Ahmed Aliyu, who was reported missing on 20th May, has been located in critical condition at the Bukhara General Hospital in Zamfara State. Her lawyer, Abba Hikima, confirmed that she was found with security personnel after disappearing while out shopping in Sokoto. Hamdia, an activist known for her outspoken criticism of the governor, had been previously abducted and assaulted in 2024, an incident that remained unresolved. Amnesty International has called for an investigation into her disappearance and the circumstances surrounding her treatment. The Sokoto State Police, however, stated they were unaware of her missing status. The Lagos state government has distributed 2.46 billion naira to 8,690 residents through the Sawonlu Listening Financial Assistance Program for support vulnerable citizens. Additionally, 1.6 billion naira will be allocated to 1,000 people for Salah palliative. The government has also empowered over 6,000 entrepreneurs through the Eco-Care initiatives, provided meals, and nearly 12,000 students through the Snacks for Thought program, and invested over 400 million naira in mother and child welfare. These efforts aim to reduce poverty and promote economic stability. The Ebonyi state government has successfully evacuated over 800 displaced indigenes from Ileja Island in Lagos, following the demolition of their homes by the Lagos state government. The demolition targeting illegal structures left many residents, including children, homeless and exposed to harsh conditions. In response, Governor Francis Onwefuru ordered the immediate evacuation of the displaced Ebonyi citizens. The evacuees were transported back to Ebonyi State via buses. Chief Valentine Okike, the Commissioner for Special Duties, emphasized the dreary living condition the displaced people endured, including staying under bridges, prompting the governor to take action swift. Sokoto State Governor Ahmed Aliyu has reaffirmed his administration commitment to addressing security challenges in the state. During a State Executive Council meeting on Wednesday, he revealed that significant investment had been made to enhance the effectiveness of security agencies. These measures include the distribution of 140 patrol vehicles, increased allowance for personnel in high-risk areas, and the establishment of the Sokoto State Community Guard Corps, which has been equipped with 40 Hilux vans and 700 motorcycles. Additionally, the government has upgraded the Department of the State Services DSS tracker system to 5G and is working on operationalizing an Air Force base in the state. Governor Aliyu urged stakeholders to support the state's ongoing effort to ensure a safer environment for all residents. Chairman of the People Democratic Party PDP in Cross River State, Vanitius Ikem, has described FCT Minister Nyesom Wike as a valuable asset to the party, affirming that Wike remains a member despite his grievances. Ikem expressed confidence that the party would resolve Wike's concerns, emphasizing the need to retain him. Addressing recent defection, Ikem acknowledged ongoing political shifts due to widespread hardship under APC leadership, but claimed some APC members are preparing to return to the PDP. He added that defection from PDP served as a form of internal purification, leaving behind only committed loyalists. The Plateau State government is nearing completion of a 17.1-kilometer perimeter fence around the Jos Wildlife Park to prevent encroachment and enhance wildlife safety. Commissioner for Environment, Climate Change and Development, Peter Guam, disclosed this at the media briefing in Jos, noting that the project is 90% complete. Renovation at the park's administrative office and facilities are also underway. Additionally, projects include erosion control at Bingham University Teaching Hospital, upgrades the Plateau Club, and the distribution of 100,000 tree seedlings to farmers to mitigate climate change. Kolade Otunla, of Team Ogun set a new National Sport Festival record in the men's 100-meter backstroke, finishing in 1:02.41 seconds and breaking the previous 2018 records. We'll take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't change the channel.
To add that NGOs and community-based organizations must include in their programs activities that promote child protection initiatives. Religious leaders also have a crucial role in advocating for child's rights without compromise. Listen, children's rights are human rights and are non-negotiable. Every child deserves protection, care, and support to strive. Remember, and finally, every child deserves a childhood. Thank you. My name is Oluwashola Emmanuel Odenrede. I'm a filmmaker and a social worker.
The Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Waste Management and Resource Innovations, Honorable Shonzin James Bernard, on behalf of the Ministry, wish to inform the general public that from now onward and as part of our ongoing commitment to maintaining a clean and sustainable environment, the Ministry of Waste Management and Resource Innovations frowns at the way citizens of the state don't keep their immediate environment clean, dump waste indiscriminately across the state like in the gutters, thereby blocking drainages and waterways, causing flooding. It is on this regard that I wish to communicate some significant changes and regulations that will take effect immediately. 1. Keep your immediate surrounding clean. Take responsibility of waste generated by you. Package your waste properly to be taken to certified dump sites. Avoid dumping waste in gutters and waterways. Participate in community cleanup initiatives. 2. The ministry have reintroduced sanitary inspectors who, together with enforcement team, will be deployed to conduct regular inspections throughout the state. They will assess compliance levels and provide guidance to those who may need assistance with proper waste disposal practices. Please cooperate with them. 3. Activities of private waste managers in the state have been banned forthwith until an appropriate operational permit are obtained from the Ministry of Waste Management and Resource Innovations. 4. Illegal dumping of waste by any private waste managers shall henceforth attract a fine of 350,000 naira only and their utility truck confiscated. 5. Illegal dumping of waste by an individual shall henceforth attract a fine of 150,000 naira only. 6. Cleanliness starts from your home. Be a part of the solution and not part of the pollution. If you can't clean up your surroundings, then don't make it dirty. 1. Who maintains cleanliness keep away diseases. Follow cleanliness to kill tomorrow diseases. Together, we can create a cleaner, greener, and healthier Taraba. Announcer, Philibus Daniel Adamu, Permanent Secretary. The Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Waste Management and Resource Innovations, Honorable Shonzin James Bernard, on behalf of the Ministry, wish to inform the general public that from now onward and as part of our ongoing commitment to maintaining a clean and sustainable environment, the Ministry of Waste Management and Resource Innovations frowns at the way citizens of the state don't keep their immediate environment clean, dump waste indiscriminately across the state like in the gutters, thereby blocking drainages and waterways, causing flooding. It is on this regard that I wish to communicate.
Welcome back. The Kebbi State Police Command has arrested 5 suspects for allegedly diverting and selling agrochemicals worth over 184 million naira, originally concerned to Agro Limited in Lagos. The diverted truck carrying 1,925 cartons of Roundup 360 XL herbicide meant for Suleja and Abuja was routed to Birnin Kebbi. The truck driver, identified as Alhaji Bala, is still at large. The police recovered 1,562 cartons of the product and 4.9 million naira, believed to be processed from illegal sales. Authorities have launched a discreet investigations and are working to apprehend the main suspect and locate the remaining goods. 6 market women abducted on 17th May 2025 along the Ijelu-Alome Expressway in Kogi State have been released unarmed. The victims were freed on 21st May at approximately 12 minutes past 7 p.m. and were debriefed by security personnel before reuniting with their families. The troops are continuing efforts to apprehend the kidnappers. The Federal High Court of Abuja has admitted videos recording as evidence in the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The video featured General T.Y. Danjuma, Imo State Governor Pope Uzodinma, and DSS Director General Deola Ajayi. Justice James Omotosho accepted the flash drive and its certificate of compliance after they were presented by Kalu's lawyer, Paul Erokoro, without objection from the prosecution. The videos were played in court and the DSS operatives identified as BBB was cross-examined during the section. The Adamawa State Police Command has arrested 19-year-old Mohammed Umar in Yola South for allegedly disguising as a woman. According to police spokesperson SP Suleiman Ungroje, Umar was apprehended after a resident reported suspicious activities near the Ungroje Lutheran Church of Christ, Nigeria. Following the arrest, Commissioner of Police Dokumbo Morris ordered the case transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department for further investigation. The command urged the public to remain vigilant and report unusual behavior to authorities. The Nasarawa State branch of the Adolescent Girls Initiatives for Learning and Empowerment has conducted a 2-day workshop to validate an homicide gender-based violence service provider and trained over 280 GBV vocal persons across the school. The workshop aimed at strengthening efforts to combat GBV was supported by the World Bank of the Federal Ministry of Education. Officials emphasized the project's roles in addressing challenges faced by adolescent girls, including risk of exploitation due to labor influx at school construction sites. Certificates were awarded to participants including education and women affairs officials, civil society groups, and law enforcement. A federal high court in Ilorin has sentenced 23-year-old Adebisi Olalekan to 2 years in prison for cybercrime-related offenses. The court also ordered the forfeiture of 124 million naira, a 30 million naira Mercedes-Benz, and an iPhone 14 Pro Max to the federal government. Olalekan, who pleaded guilty, was found to have impersonated foreign nationals and defrauded victims of over $100,000 using fake online accounts. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) presented evidence linking his assets to the fraudulent activities. Justice Wogboro ruled that the prison term would run concurrently. The Tiv Area Traditional Council has given Edas in Tiv Kingdom until the end of May 2025 to vacate the land, citing the negative impact of incessant attack on farmers. The decision made at the emergency meeting chaired by the Tortiv, His Royal Majesty Ochivega, Professor James Ote Eyese, follows escalating violence in the region, which has severely disrupted farming activities. The Council resolution aimed at ensuring the resumption of agricultural activities during the planting season, urging Edas to leave to allow farmers to return to their farm. The traditional leaders also called for peaceful engagement between local governments and the Edas, as well as government support for the relocation process to mitigate the food security crisis. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Igbetokun, has ordered an investigation into the killing of 14-year-old Kehinde Alede, who was struck by a stray bullet from a police officer during a joint patrol in Ibadan, Oyo State. The officer involved have been taken into custody. The Egbede Traditional Council condemned the incident and called for justice. The IG also condemned a mob attack on police operatives in Edo State, resulting in 2 officers being injured, but the officers exercised restraint and the face of provocation. The Anambra State Police Command is investigating the disappearance of 5 travelers who went missing while transiting through the state. The group en route to Uyo for a wedding less communicated around 10 p.m. on May 21, 2025 after a stopover in Anambra. They had planned to rest at a hotel before continuing their journey, but since then they have been unreachable. A human rights advocate shared their details on social media seeking help. The police spokesman Tochukwu Ikenga has urged the public to provide information and asked the relatives of the missing individuals to report to the police. As of now, no official missing person report has been filed with the police. The Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has urged President Bola Tinubu to address Nigeria's insurgency by eliminating inefficiencies and contract risks. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. No, they do calm down. No, they support bad thing, I beg.